Hello, everyone at home. Welcome back to the Hokeki Heroes campaign, the Trials of the Wickermen. Today we have everyone here. Yes.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, because again, everybody's here and everybody's not only here, they were on time. I wasn't ready. Like even Jose was on time. I can't stress how much of a weird thing that is.
No, I made sure to be 10 minutes late.
But for you, that's on time. Yep. So, recap from last week. After the party arrived here into the small town of Shill, everyone decided to do a little bit of exploring. While Device, Pensy, and Liam decided to hang back and hang out in the makeshift hideout that the party has, Josaku and Isaac made their way into town. They were able to investigate both Isaac's old childhood home, speak with his old neighbor. Oh my god, why am I forgetting the name of the neighbor? It's blanking. I wrote it down, but I don't remember it.
I have it. Let me just scroll.
Yes, please. I remember Fat Rob. I remember Tawny. I remember Oscar. Oh, Babby, because her name is Barbara. That was it, right?
Yes.
Thought so. And then they were able to make their way to this location, the company store, where Isaac was able to pocket a, let's say, an Elationist guard and figure out that both Cereza and Lycus are going to be rolling into town tomorrow to check on to check on the status of the mining development. In the meantime, Device used his rats to explore the mines and the town and the surrounding bits of town. Had them go into the company store, had them go into mines, sort of investigate what's going on, find out that there's basically nothing there. Like no one knows what is being farmed around, but also that not even these level of elationists really know. And nothing else. We're going to stress that nothing else happened. um, that's a joke, by the way. But now, with that, the party has found out that again, two of the top elationists will be here in town within 2 days. And as that conversation ends, ding, whoop, the Mystic Maple has completed your order. Thank you for shopping with us, and enjoy your product. As not Isaac, but Device received his legendary armor, his legendary studded leather, Scion scale. So, with that, we are back at the hideout. Allow me to change the locale. What would you all like to do?
Oh.
As Device does, he's gonna have one of his pieces of cheese in his hand. Specifically the Longhorn cheese, just offering it around.
Piece of cheese. Sounds good.
I don't know what to do next, you guys.
I mean, well, actually, no. Everybody else gets to talk before Liam. Josaku, Pensy, anything to add?
Mm,
I think at some point we need to go investigate that mine, but if there's two big wigs coming, I don't know if it's a good idea.
What if the big wigs know at least what they're looking for?
How do you mean?
I mean, you said none of the other ones appear say had any. Sorry, device said no one else seems to know what they're looking for. What if the big wigs let something slip? He could perhaps, or say maybe a couple of you could shadow them on the street. Maybe a couple of you could say maybe one of the rats could follow.
I mean, we could do that.
What is our plan for the bigwigs? Like, what do we do anything about them, or
There's something against taking them on directly. These big wigs.
One of them is Smiles' daughter, and if she gets hurt or dies, I'm certain there'll be some kind of retaliation. I would say the same for Lycus.
And it would probably come down not just on you all, but on the people around here too.
While things aren't great here right now, they're at least spared from any serious abuses currently, besides, overwork and things like that. I would prefer not to draw any attention here.
Can we afford to wait to check out the mine?
I mean, there's nothing in the mine in this moment. It's just a tunnel that leads nowhere.
Oh. Have your rats been to the extent of it?
I think we went the full way. There wasn't anything whatsoever. No carts and no nothing.
I mean, we can't really say there's. What can we really do if we don't know even what they're looking for? Also, there were carts to move the rocks out, but you notice that there was no like. Again, it was just filled with normal rocks. There was no ore. There was nothing to like smelt or really mine. It was just stone.
Mm.
What other
Okay.
options do we have?
I mean,
Yes.
Isaac, you know this place as well as anyone, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they could be mining in the wrong place?
I mean, it's possible. I think our best bet is to shadow these two people and try to see if they let slip what's going on.
Sounds like a good idea, but it's late though, and I don't imagine anything else can be done left today, unless you want to make your way out again. Didn't from the guards yesterday? I said, did anybody gather any times about the shift changes? Maybe there's old friends you could talk to, Isaac.
The rats didn't hear anything about shift changes whatsoever. There were some things said about night shift and day shift. That's it.
I would actually say that you probably would have heard something about the shift change times. Basically, there would be 3 shifts, like morning shift, day shift, and night shift. And you would have gotten approximate times for them, and you would know that the end of day shift and the start of night shift is coming up.
Okay.
Basically, it's in 3 8-hour blocks. And Isaac, you would know that that's kind of different from how it was. It used to be there was like every everyone kind of worked at the same time. That way, there were like more people working on like individual projects rather than chipping away with less people because more people could get the job done faster than like a constant round of less people can.
Gotcha. I mean, there's some people I'd probably want to check on, but I'm not sure how essential that is right now.
If you think you can do it without getting caught, then I don't think there's any reason you shouldn't.
If there's one thing I can do, it's get somewhere on scene. Let me tell you about that.
Well, you need anyone to go with you?
Does anybody want to?
Let me check my.
I feel like Josaku could accompany you again, or I could. And see
Is there
what I
any-
come with.
I was like, device. Unfortunately, you do have the most detectable accent.
Nothing I can't bullshit my way out of.
Device is just gonna look frustrated as he really wants to leave this area.
Well, it is starting to get into the nighttime, so you would be able to actually sneak out under the cover of night and like do some scouting if you want as well. It is really up to you guys what you would like to do. Like again, the option you have all the options in the world. Go for it. If you have an idea,
I can make 2 of us invisible. No, 3 of us invisible. If we want to go somewhere else.
Certainly couldn't hurt. Seems like device is getting a little restless. Maybe it's time to move about a little bit.
Do we want to go scout someplace?
Sure. With Chronicler, right, with the telepathic stuff, does that mean I could read someone's mind?
so Chronicler is specifically for communication and basically anti-telepathy. Basically,
Yeah.
someone can't try to read your mind without your permission, and they can't try to establish any sort of psychic link without you giving them like express permission. And its defense is so stout that you wouldn't even notice their attempt unless they are like a Nervosh level telepath.
Right.
Now, you can cast detect thoughts though. It's just with this one, I say with that being the case, you would have to. I would say they would know if they succeed on the saving throw.
Yeah.
It is a save DC 18, so your average mook is not going to pass that. without like a lucky dice roll. They basically have like a 15% chance of doing it because your average like guard has no modifier to intelligence. All right, so who's going out and about to scout?
Sorry, I could.
All right, that's Isaac and Pensy. Who's the third? Is it you, Device?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Okay. All right. You did not change your spell, so you still do not have pass without a trace, correct?
Oh, I didn't know that we had a long rest. Or...
Yeah, you did after the night.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I'll let you change it retroactively if you'd like to get swap like
Oh yes.
one of
please.
the other spells for it. Because also pass without a trace will make it to where like even if one of y'all like desperately fucks up, like that's a plus 30 to your stealth, to your overall stealth.
Yeah.
It's one of the most powerful out of combat spells in the game. And that's second level no less. Like holy shit. Let me see which spells can you swap. That's primal awareness. So yeah, go ahead and do all of your spells you want.
Yep. Yeah, I'm good now. I just got rid of all my absorb elements and all my elemental spells.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So would you like to cast Pass Without a Trace along with while Isaac is casting Invincibility?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Then I need stealth checks from everyone at advantage. Isaac, I believe you already have advantage on stealth checks, correct?
Yeah.
You get triple advantage. So roll me yet another die.
I'm glad it's with advantage.
Yes! That is sleight of hand, by the way. That is not stealth. It's the
God
same
damn
modifier,
it.
but yeah.
I can't read.
No, 31. Okay. Kiwi, what'd you get?
18.
Is that before or after Pass Without a Trace?
Oh, before 28.
28. All right. So a 28, a 41, and a 43. Y'all fade out of existence. The only thing that's able to connect y'all, I assume, Kiwi, that Pensy is establishing a psychic link
Yeah.
with Chronicler.
Well, does it have to be? Do I have to be able to see people for that?
Ooh. I would. I would say with the intent. I know I put that you can see, but I would say with the intention was to be able to communicate with like your party or anybody long range with that even if like you're not in direct line of sight. If you know you're there, you can talk with them, and you know they're there.
Got it.
All right. Let me change the map real quick. Let's go to Shell. All right. Where are y'all going? With invisibility, y'all have it for an hour, and with y'all stealth check, even if that hour expires, given the fact that it is night, and as you hear a ding ding ding, you see a large group of people moving around the city. You figure that this is probably what shift change is. In addition, this would give y'all the best time to sort of move around undetected. No one's really going to notice you guys among this sea of people.
I got a bit of a question. Would there happen to be any like stray dogs around or anything?
Roll me a perception check. I'd say yeah, there's a stray dog around.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Do I still have beast sense and everything?
I will bring up Beast Sense will break your invisibility.
Oh fuck yeah, that's concentration.
No, Pass Without a Trace is concentration.
Ah yeah, both of them are.
Yes. But invisibility also is broken when you take any action that would break it. So I believe invisibility would break with the action of casting a spell.
Okay, so never mind.
The
Steve
spell,
handles
yep,
a lot of it.
makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell, and B-Sense would do it. You would keep your 43, but at the same time, you would no longer be invisible.
Yeah, maybe I don't do that.
Okay?
Was gonna go talk to the animal, but
Yeah, I
never
got
mind.
you.
Hey, where
Um,
do we want to go?
That's a good question.
I mean, you could go to the, I'll say back to the company store, see if there's anybody new that you would recognize who could potentially give you anything. You could head to the residential district, see if anybody's getting home. You could head over to the area where the Elationist has sort of set up base, see what's going on over there. Look
Why don't
around the
we just,
town, see if you can do the guarding things. Like, there's really plenty of stuff you can do.
Yeah, why don't we just kind of make the rounds? Kind of hit up each of them as we go.
Right?
If we go to the main base and see if we can find any documents about what they're doing.
That would be a good idea.
All right. As you make your way over to the other side of Shill, you are slowly sort of slinking your way in the shadows. Even through your invisibility, y'all are basically doing your best to make sure you go undetected. It would take you about 30 minutes to get over there. But at the same time, you're easily able to avoid any sort of detection. You do head over to a building that Isaac you would know as the Old City Hall. And you see that there are several guards around, that there is a sense of protection that really wasn't there before. Usually there was only like one or two, like basically guards assigned to each town, basically police or magistrates. But right now there's a whole, say there are several more elationists around, but nobody seems to really be on high alert. They seem to be very lax. Ugh. Only our shifts matched up with their shifts. You know how it is. The boss said if we swap everybody at the same time, it'll create chaos and then things can happen while everybody's out of control. Yeah, just, I'd really love to say to get up at 8 p.m. or just go eat dinner at 8 p.m. rather than just still sitting around here till midnight. Yeah, well, deal with it. Sucks to suck. We're stuck here. The least you could do is quit bitching about it. You ever wonder why we're here? Oh, god damn it. God damn it, Phil! Phil left, right!
I'm in the thing, I'm just muted. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, but yeah, I'm trying to pull. You ever wonder why we're here? Because I know you've referenced that a couple times. It's like, oh no, not this philosophical shit again. Hey, I assume that y'all make your way into the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere in particular y'all are looking for?
Would there happen to be an armory?
There would. Are you
But
splitting? Are you splitting the group? Is everyone splitting up to go check a different part of the place? There is an armory. There is a main office.
Is there like a dungeon or some sort of prison?
There is. There is a small jail underneath this building. An actual jail is in a building about a block away.
Yeah, I won't go wrong totally.
All right.
Yeah, fuck it. I want to go to the armory.
Roll me d20s. Let's see who goes first. Oh yeah, Phil, my D&D character died this weekend for that reason. Now I'm stuck in a ring of mind shielding.
I found out what my one goal of everything is, and that's to find a deck of cards at some point.
I do not plan to introduce the deck of many things.
Damn it. Okay, never mind.
I was
One
not
day.
planning that.
One day when we're level 20.
Maybe. We'll figure it out. All right. So, Kiwi, what did Pensy get on the d20?
A 7.
A 7. Okay. We'll wait for Phil to get back so he can roll. And then do that.
You know, I'm realizing how broken a deck of many things in this world could be.
Yes.
Finna bring all the gods into the realm.
Is it
No.
just a d20?
Just a d20. It would not bring the gods into this world. $19. Also, Silver, another reason I don't want to do it is because y'all could potentially lose reveries because of the deck of many things.
You know what? Fair enough.
Like, if any of y'all draws balance, you're fucked. 19. Isaac, you go first, as you do find your way over to the old mayor's office. You notice that the plaque has been taken off the wall, and that sort of a piece of paper has been slipped in.
What's the paper say?
Marshall Mandragore. You feel like the Marshall thing is a title, though, not a name. So you try and so you also notice that the door is locked. Would you like to try and pick it?
Yeah.
All right, roll me thieves tools. For more of a formality than anything, but hey. Yep. All right. It's only 16, really. Oh, that's right, because you got Oh no, it's a plus 21. The gloves of thievery also give you a plus 5 to lockpicking.
Oh.
Yep. So with a 31, yeah, you easily pop it open within like 2 seconds, and you have access to the office. Roll me an investigation check. Is there anything in particular you are looking for?
Any sort of documents, either written by Smiles or any like higher ups detailing like anything going on here, any plans for the city, um, maybe like guard rotations.
Okay. Those are four. Those are four very different things, and you do only have a limited amount of time. So I'm gonna see. With a 23, let me see how much of this you roll. You get.
I only really care about like what they're here for.
All right. Well, luckily for you, you get it. You find everything that you're looking for. You do find your guard rotations, which are basically put at the half intervals of shift change. So instead of being at 8, 4, and 2, 8, 4, and 12, they are at midnight, 8 a.m., and and 4 p.m. So you find that on one document, basically as a schedule listed as like your guard schedule. One of the pieces of paper in the pile you notice does have Smile's signature. It is a letter sent basically telling Mandragore to shift the mining operation from the copper mine to to this second location. The third letter that you find, because you wanted anything involving why they're there, something from Smiles, guard rotations, and then what was the last one you said?
I forgot.
Damn, I did too. Oh, I remember something that you would find. The third item you would find is a message from Lycus telling Mandragore to keep looking for the ruins. Eventually, progress will be made. All this is say say that the boss man will be happy as long as it's eventually found. He doesn't care how long it takes. The town's economy shift will be dealt with in time. The dig is more important. And then it's basically outlining that when he and Cereza are set to arrive. Which
So
is now basically not the next day, but the morning of the day after.
correct me if I'm wrong. The mine's at the base of Mount Valinor, I believe you said it was called, right?
Mount Vannon.
Bannon.
Vannon. Vannon.
Okay, but it's at the base of it, correct?
Yes, both of them are.
Isn't that where caretaker said Ilmater's reverie was?
Is it?
I think so, right? Didn't he mention it once?
Did you write that in your notes?
I don't have it written down, but I feel like I remember this.
Yes, he did. He did say that.
Yeah, it says in a mountain called Mount Vonin. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right. Mount Vonan. I swapped the vowels. It's Mount Vonan. You were correct. Yep, Girdashell and Shill are based on it because it is the tallest mountain in there. Most of the mines around there are basically built into the mountain because of just how big it is. Because not only is it tall, it is very fucking wide. It basically is the size of a small mountain range in of itself, just because of how big the damn thing is. And then the fourth piece of paper you find. This is one from. Well, I gotta put in who, because again, your high roll and my high roll. This is one from Jericho. The letter is titled "Permission or Usage of Joy." If any, I'll say if any so if any of the constituents do find themselves too unruly or too or hard to control, but you feel like their imprisonment or execution would upset the populace, you are given permission to administer joy. This will render them in a docile state with a permanent smile on their face, where they are more perceptive to to suggestion and orders given by us.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna take very great pain to put everything back the way I found it.
All right. I would also say with a 23 that you find a map of the mines. Both of them.
Does one contain what they've where they've gotten to at this point?
There is the new mine, which appears to have been updated as of yesterday. The ink is still fresh on it. Or the pencil is still fresh on it.
So would first off, if my illusion drops, does my invisibility drops? Does it drop for everybody or just me?
It would be breaking concentrate. Say you would need to break concentration on the spell for it to drop on everyone.
Okay, let me check real quick. Actually, I don't think. Okay, so it doesn't say use an item, so I don't know if that would break invisibility.
It will depend on the item.
So I have a memory recording orb from way back when we went to that that one city.
I would say no. That in particular would not, because it is a very simple and it is not very intensive motion of an action. Whereas a spell is something like big, grandiose, like there's lights, there's sounds, there's a lot of flashy movement, attacks, you are interacting with something else. Like, this is something that is already on your person, and it is not physically interacting with anything else. It is using magic to recreate an image within itself.
Never mind, I can't use it anyway. It takes an hour.
Oh, does it, 1 second, let me... Memory recording orb. Takes 1 hour. No, okay, so with that mean, the way I wrote that is a little bit misleading. Basically, this item, takes an hour to, like, process the recording. And, like, and be able to erase it for a new one. Didn't you clear it out after last time?
I don't remember.
I seem to remember you doing that. If you would like to, I will let you do this. Because that's kind of like the intended usage. It's basically like a small camera or a recording.
Yeah,
object.
I want to take a recording of the new map then.
Okay, absolutely. As you finish and you put the paper right back into its on at that time period. All right, you notice a large Goliath walk into the door. Who left my office open? I swear, boss should have hired more competent help around here. Are you taking great steps to make sure to avoid him?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid him.
Are you going to try and slip out the door because it looks like he's going to close the door behind him?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to slip out while I can.
Okay, I need you to make a stealth check. Because this is a specific action where you are almost diving out of the door.
Yeah, I still have advantage, right?
Yes,
I mean,
you
I
do.
think a 25 passes, but
You do have advantage. In addition, you still have the plus 10. 28, yes. Okay, a 48 does pass. Sorry, a 38 does pass. Yep. All right. Isaac is home free. Next up is Pensy. You wanted to go down into the jail, correct?
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way down there, because the signs are marked on the side of the walls, one second. I have to do something. I've got to talk a little bit of shit. All right. So, again, it is marked on the walls. You make your way down there, and you notice that about half the cells, there are only 6 of them, but about half of them are empty, and half of them have people.
Okay.
Are you looking specifically into the cells?
I don't really know if there's anything I would specifically be looking for, but I am looking in them.
All right. You notice 3 individuals. One of them is in a miner's uniform. It looks like he is sleeping there, almost like passed out.
Mhm.
You can you'd be able to smell a little bit of alcohol. You figure this guy probably made a little bit of a drunken disturbance, probably said something, and like he's just in jail for the night. You notice
Gotcha.
one guy is a raven folk wearing elationist armor. Or wearing an elationist, the same outfits and uniforms as the elationists, but he's kind of like just like sitting there, like almost as if pleading with anybody that he, looking for someone to like plead his case with.
Right.
And then you notice a Goliath, who's just kind of sitting back there, turned to the cage. Turned to the jail cell. Shirtless, tattooed all over, bald as can be, but very large, imposing individual.
hmm
Anything you would like to do?
Man, how much of a risk would it be to try and talk to one of these guys? I don't think I want to talk to the guard, or what looks like some sort of guard or military.
Mm-hmm.
The Colossus, did he have anything like identifying, or just kind of?
Tattoos, and it looks like they've left manacles around them. Where the other two, uh, it seems like were left free. It looks like this guy, was left with manacles around him, and you also looks like, from like trying to get some angles, you could see that his face is bruised.
Hmm. I think I'll risk trying to talk to him, and I'll try to telepathically communicate to him, and I'll open with, yeah, we'll just stick with the basic, like, don't be alarmed. But I need some answers.
As you hear from there, he's like, "Is someone there?"
Does he say that out loud?
Yes.
Or
The cells are kind of like shaped in a V, so like they're a little bit far away. The Ravenfolk doesn't hear this because he's not saying it very loudly.
I will say, I'm speaking in your head. You can speak back to me in your head.
Last I checked, the voice in my head was a little bit more bassy.
That's okay. That's because I'm not the voice in your head. I'm just speaking to you in your head.
Who are you?
That's really not important, but I need some information about this town. Why are you in jail?
Why are you in my head?
I'm trying to help people here.
You want to get me out of here?
I could maybe try, but I would have to discuss that with the other people I'm with. It also kind of depends. Why are you in here?
Because I wanted to be left alone and I didn't take too kindly to some tiny little twigs with some shiny new badges knocking on my door saying that I had to pay taxes when I didn't even opt into this fucking country that they've set up. There's a reason I didn't live in the town.
Uh, well, well, you may not have any sympathy for the people who live here.
I
We
didn't
are trying
say
to help.
that.
Okay, well, that makes this easier then.
Don't try to put words in my mouth, whoever you are. I speak for
You know what?
myself.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Good. Apology accepted. Let's start this over, shall we? The name's Garn.
I am Pensy.
I'm basically the area recluse. I live in I would say in a hut. Lived, I guess, in a hut on the side of the mountain. Unfortunately for me, I was told that I would say uh, that my cabin was too close to the new mine, despite me specifically making sure I was outside of the town's borders. That is why I have done this. I've been here for over 20 years, and no one has been really dumb enough to actually try to remove me from my house. You know, kids come up and knock on the door and run away, but when you're smaller, you don't have exactly long legs. Parents
Yeah,
tend to
I
tell
know a thing
kids,
or two
don't
about
go
that.
mess with I would say with the large, willingly lonely man when when he's carrying you back by the belt loop as if you're a satchel.
Well, if we get our way, then you'll get to go back to your life the way it was before.
Lovely. Any time frame on that?
Hopefully pretty soon, but we still have to figure out what they're doing here, if you have any information on that.
Don't know. I kind of wish they hadn't moved me. There's a reason I picked this side of the mountain. It doesn't have quite as much for it doesn't quite as have as much fertility, which means that more the people wouldn't like to set up farms here. There's a reason most of the farms are over by the copper mine. Things grow better over there. But they decided to set up the mine over here. I tell you what, I've looked over this side of over that side of the mountain for 20 years. There's not a thing there. It's worthless stone. There's no ore on this side.
Something tells us that they're not looking for ore, but maybe
So they're not complete idiots.
I you know, that can't be proven yet, but
There.
it does seem like they have a goal.
Well, you already know mine, so any more information you need, Mr. Say nameless disembodied voice from nowhere?
Well, I gave him my name.
Oh, well, is there anything else you needed then, Pensy?
Is there anything else? What other information did we want to know?
I will say they ended up taking me, I'll say, in with the big one. Half orc. Long hair. Beard.
A resident of this area as well?
No.
Oh.
If there was anyone almost as big as me, I would have known about it. And you do notice that, like, even hunched over, like, you guess the guy is probably almost double your height.
Well.
These idiots didn't even give me a bed that comes down to my fucking ass.
Give me a little bit of time, and we should. Well, I can't promise anything. We may be back to try and get you out.
I appreciate it. If
And
you could,
I'll.
though,
Mhm.
that one over there, I say he indicates that I say he nods his head like back towards the drunk one.
Mhm.
Won't be here long enough to really entertain. I would say to really fill his belly with that plate of food. If you could find a way to get some over here, I'm a large man.
Hmm.
What would you like to do, Pensy?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
He's been helpful to us.
All right. I need you to roll me either sleight of hand or stealth.
They are both the same for me, so
This will be still plus 10 because device is still concentrating on the pass without a trace.
would I be in range of that though? It doesn't have a particularly large range.
Oh, wait. I forgot it had a range. I thought it was on the creatures. I
No,
forgot.
no,
It
it's
is
a
30
AoE.
feet.
It is 30 feet. No, you would not be in range. You are correct. So whatever you're doing, it does not have the plus 10.
Good news is I rolled well. So 26.
26, absolutely, you're able to sneak in, and you don't even notice the rat. Sorry, the rat folk. Or sorry, the raven folk doesn't even notice it.
Wonderful.
All right. And I assume you sneak your way back.
I just say before I leave, I say thank you for your help, and then he'd head back.
Right. Device. You find the
Yeah.
armory. Roll me a perception or investigation check. As you do notice, like there are
Oh.
people in front of it, but you know
You
you're
said in
invisible.
investigation or what?
Or perception.
I should.
18. All right. What are you looking for?
Well, first, I hate to do this, but goodbye pass without a trace. I'm gonna go ahead and detect magic.
That will break your invisibility.
That is a-okay. I don't give a fuck about that.
That will also reveal you 5 feet in front of these guards.
Oh, never mind. I didn't realize there was people in here.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm very tired. Okay, never mind then. Would there happen to be anything that
Looks
glows
different.
a bit? Yeah, looks different than all the other stuff.
You would notice that there's not really a lot of magical looking items here. There are weapons here which for a small village like this would be like fairly expensive and more than something like this really needs, but nothing here really screams magic. Nothing here really screams this has magical properties. In fact, everything here looks kind of plain.
Weapons look fancier than what the village people would have.
It's more so like it's just the village people wouldn't have weapons, so like any weapons of any like blacksmith quality outside of like like a hunting spear or something like or like a bow and arrow would be out of place. Whereas like here you see a couple blades, you see a couple halberds, things like that.
Okay.
Again, there's really not much of value here, and most of what is you figure is probably too large to like manipulate without being seen. Unless you just want to start shoving swords in your pants.
Well, that was an idea I had, but no, I'm not gonna do that because I feel like that's just gonna get me caught right away.
I mean, actually, no, I'm saying like swords and short swords. Now, if you tried it with like a halberd, yeah, you get caught.
Yeah. Would there be any short swords that aren't per se damaged very badly?
Yeah, I would say
In good
most of
shape?
them that are here are like they're not like again great quality, but you know they're enough.
All right, I'm gonna shove like 3 swords into my bag of holding.
All right. Also, did you mean
Would-
to have your musket in the bag of holding?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not using that anymore for now.
Okay, cool. All right. Uh, are you then just gonna head out after that?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything worth in the armory right now.
Okay, I would like you to add 3 short swords to your bag of holding. All right, as you all sort of meet back outside, the invisibility spell and pass without a trace are soon to expire. I assume y'all are gonna find a dark alley to hide yourself in.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
All right. As it does expire, you'll find yourself into an alley. The sun has set. Darkness. Say the moon has risen. Where else? Oh, say what would y'all like to do now?
Well, fellas, I found out some good information. And I'm gonna recast invisibility.
All right.
I think you know my first question.
And
Is
what
there
is?
any stores?
Not really on the way. This is a small village. There's not really stores per se.
Damn it, okay.
Yeah, and most of them are like also people's houses, if anything. Like they live there.
But fair enough, I won't rob someone for once.
Yep. I was like, that. You figure there's nothing to rob. This isn't a town that has like a lot of like valuables. Like they have the necessities. Like there's a blacksmith, there's a carpenter, there's a tanner, things like that. There's not like a jeweler. There's not like a magic item shop. There's nothing like that.
Okay.
However, on the way back, Isaac,
Yes.
you hear something that makes you stop in your tracks. You're not going to join us at the company store, old man? I'm sure, I'll say, you should really join us for once. Even if you just kind of sit there in silence, it'll be good for you to get out of that house every once in a while. I, I'm good. I'm just going to head back home. You don't need it, so you don't need me over there.
Is that Oscar?
That is Oscar's voice. Yes. Recognize. Sound older. A little bit, slightly bit more raspy, but discernible. All right. Then good night, old man Beecher. Good night. I'm too old for that shit. What do you do?
I'm gonna tell the fellas, hey guys, hold back and follow me.
All right. As you head towards the sound of the voice, you do cross the street before you do see one sort of like slightly slouching figure walking away, at a slow pace towards the residential district.
I'm gonna lead them to my dad's house.
All right. Give me 1 second, real quick. Sorry about that. I am back. All right. As you were led there, you do see. So as you get closer, you do notice that it is a soot-covered face of your dad, of Oscar. Oh, I forgot something. Right. Yep. As you see him slowly unlock the door. And start to head inside.
Uh, okay, so the problem is I can't. You know what? I'm gonna lead them around back, pick the lock, and then let us in.
Around back, put the lock, and let you in. All right. As you see him slowly strike something and light a candle, you see him slowly start to sit down. I'll say through the window, you can slowly see him start to sit down at the table. Before he just kind of sits there in silence for a moment. Or going over to the cupboard and starting to slice a piece of bread.
Do you need me to roll to pick the lock or
At
no?
this point, I need you. Yes, go ahead and roll me it. I also need you to do it. In the future, you can just roll sleight of hand.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because it's the same modifier. Um. So with that, uh, you easily do it. Are you maintaining your stealth checks? Oh, I forgot to have y'all roll stealth. Everybody roll stealth real quick. I just want to make sure of something real quick. With advantage.
Wait, why
We're
is it
back.
not auto doing whatever?
We're back to with advantage plus 10 because we're in range.
Yes. I'm
Damn.
assuming device. Did you re-up pass without a trace?
Oh, I completely forgot about that. No, I didn't.
Oh well, would you have?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, then yes. All right, Pensy, what'd you get?
Thank goodness, because that's a 23.
23. Oh shit! You rolled like garbage.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Ooh. Well, Jose, you're not there.
Well, I'm not always.
Yeah, no, you got left back in the library.
I'm still there. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, no, you're playing cards with Liam.
Am I winning?
Um,
Let him roll. Let him roll. Let him roll.
roll intelligence.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
And a 13.
He's up 4 games to 2.
What did he roll?
Higher than you. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Josaku's clearly letting him win because he's too good of a guy.
Um, and then he's like, and that's game. That's a 5-2 my favor, Josaku.
One more.
Do you have any others that you want to play instead? You sure?
I feel this next one.
All right. Let's make it happen. All right. Then we go back to Isaac's thing. Unlock the door. Hello? Who's there? As you do see him reach over to one side of the house, and he does grab a pickaxe that he has.
I can connect their minds,
You
right?
picked the wrong house to rob.
There's
Who's
also
there?
just nobody there.
That door was locked. I know it.
I can connect their telepathy without having to talk myself, right?
Let me double check to see how Chronicler works.
Because I can connect up to 30 people.
They can respond to you. I did put that they cannot communicate with each other telepathically.
Hmm.
I
Well,
basically
then-
worked it as a long range version of a great old one warlock.
Then I'd quickly ask Isaac if... Do you want me to talk to him?
I got this. I'm just gonna say out loud, it's me, Dad.
What? Who said that?
Look, I'm invisible. I'll explain. Just let us come in real quick. Don't make a sound.
No, 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 no.
I'm gonna hold the door open for everybody to follow.
No, 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 no. The voices. No.
I'll follow through.
They're in my head. They're not real. The voices are in my head. They are not real. Gone. You're not just gonna come back because you want to.
Once we're all in, I'm gonna close the door and drop invisibility.
Wait, what? Oh!
And I'm gonna pull my hood back and say, "Hey,
Who are
Dad."
you? Is
Yeah, it's me.
drops the pickaxe on the ground, runs over to you, and throws his arms around you as hard as he can. He is squeezing you, grasping at you. He is basically trying to prove in his mind, say to himself, that you are real. So it's like, you, how are you? You can't be. How are you here? How are you alive? Where have you been? I've missed you so much, son. I, I, I.
I'm home, Dad.
As he's like gripping you by the head as hard as he can, like almost to the point where it's hurting, you hear him start to cry, like ugly cry. You
I
hear
started crying with him.
like you two witness this, and you can see just tears streaming down their face as you see this. You see him like you see Oscar try to form words, but no sounds come out other than just like gasp and say little
I
things.
speak to Device real quick in his head and just say, maybe we should give them a moment. And like, I step to the other room.
The
No,
device is just gonna leave the house.
I
You're
will
gonna
need
leave the house.
I will need a new stealth check from you.
We're no longer invisible, by the way.
19. Okay. I would say in the dead of night, even as a white-furred, white-armored, on a moonlit night, I would say you're still decently stealthy.
I'm just.
And as that, no, wait. You don't have to leave. None of you. Please, everyone, come here. Come over. Sit down. As he goes to grab I say other chairs to sit around the table, which started to only have one. As he tries to grab like various things, like please come in, sit. You're not allowed to sit on the couch. You sit in the chair. As he points at you, Device. I hope somebody else got that joke.
It's because of the shedding.
Yes.
It's also his favorite seat.
Yes, it is. He doesn't want shedding on his favorite seat.
A question.
What?
First of all, Phil, do you care if I do a bit here?
Go for it, dude.
What's the smallest dinosaur I can summon?
Ooh. That would be
That I can sit on, I mean.
that you can sit on?
Yup.
Okay, you're talking about through generation, right?
Yup.
Okay.
Bro's gonna sit on a dino.
So extra.
Flex. Actually, I think they only added the big ones in.
Damn it.
Hold up, wait. Wait, wow, Velociraptors are tiny?
Um,
A
Yeah.
perfect seat.
No, like, it's like the size of a turkey.
Yeah, they're
What?
really small.
That one's huge. That one's over 200 feet from nose to tip.
that might be a little too large.
That one's medium.
The perfect seat.
You, summon a Deinonychus.
Shit.
As it curls up, he's like, wait, what, why, what, Isaac, what?
My friends know magic.
I can see that. You know, you've
I'm gonna
always...
pull him to the side and say this one's a little bit touched.
Ah. To what degree?
You remember old Babby?
Yeah? She lives
She
next door.
she hit him with the bless your heart.
Ooh. Well, would you all like something to drink? I can make us some tea. I have some water. Oh
Water's
no, Phil, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking, but yeah, we'll
I'm
take some water. Guys.
sorry.
R.I.P. Next bit coming in, I'm gonna reach into my pants and pull out 2 wheels of cheese.
Should I ask, Isaac? This, I'm going to sit down. This is a lot to process. But also, where are my manners? Hello to you two. I'm Oscar.
Hello, I'm Pensy.
Device is gonna do a little bow and then say,
Hello, I am Device. Pleasured.
Also, the Deinonychus is going to basically bow with you.
this dude's my little guy now.
Again,
He's
I'm going to
amazing.
stop asking questions.
Yes, you actually no, you don't get used to it, but it just stops being a concern.
That does make sense. Right, well,
I'm sorry for dropping in like this, and I'm sorry for a lot of
Isaac,
things.
Isaac, I thought you were gone. When the day you disappeared, we found your brother. We thought both of you had been, had disappeared, or something had flown into town, knocking Chester off a tower and taking off with you. I'm just happy you're alive. I, I didn't lose both of you. That means everything to me. Whatever the reason, as long as you're not some mass murdering serial killer or some sort of international terrorist, I don't care. Just happy you're here. Happy to know you're alive. Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. I mixed that up. Yeah, he knew Chester fell, but like he thought something had happened to you too.
It's my fault, Dad. I couldn't show myself after that.
It's it's not something you shouldn't blame yourself. You were a child. Couldn't know that something like that would happen.
He told me to watch out for him, and I was out there with a girl trying to be a man when I should have been following my own responsibilities.
Isaac, make mistakes in our youth. I miss your brother terribly. I do. And I'm not going to lie. There was some part of me for the longest time that held you responsible for that. But then I realized that you are your own person and that you didn't push him, didn't launch him off that tower. You weren't there. It was an accident. There was no one at fault. And that includes you.
I'm sorry for everything.
No need to be sorry. All there is now to make up for lost times. We're here. Now. What decided to bring you home? Oh, by the way, I finally found the fucking picture because I realized I didn't save the picture I had of Oscar.
Oh, damn, dude. That guy's wrecked.
Well, I mean, it's just time, years working in the mines. I'll do that.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably got, what's it called?
Yep, and as you do here, sorry, the old lungs, years in the mines will do that to you.
You're right.
Oh, I'm fine compared to others. The dumbasses that don't wear masks in the mines, those are the ones who are really worse off. It's just the fumes coming out of it. You know, it's a miracle anything manages to grow in that side of the mountain near the old copper mine.
Do you have any idea what's going on right now in the town?
Those uppity little shits came into the town and told us that the entire region was under new management. They said that the new nation of Elation had declared independence from Nair. A couple people stood up to them. Well, the old mayor. Well, nobody's seen him since, unfortunately. It's not the old mayor that was around when you were here. This is a new one. A refugee from Gerdeshell. And those who didn't like it were made to have that permanent smile on their face. I don't know what they're doing with it, but it doesn't come off. Oh, wait! Fuck me! I didn't do something earlier. I forgot to swap the map to the Beecher house. Sort of like a representation of like the idea of it.
My friends are here to investigate what's going on with Elation and take back the city.
Shill or Gerdeshell?
Both ideally.
And Isaac. These people are killers. They're thieves. They're criminals. Why would you risk your life going after them?
Because that's what heroes do.
He looks over the armor and weapons and whatnot that you have. Are those dragon scales?
It's been a long journey home.
And how many times have you had to use that? As he points at Drake Siphon. The wicked long sword, the wicked short sword at your belt.
More times than I'd like on too many people. My friends and I have been called to something. There's an evil that threatens not only Nair, but all of the world. Unfortunately, my stay here is only temporary. I won't be able to come back for some time.
As he reaches over and he grabs you by the hand, Isaac. The hardest part about you being gone wasn't that you weren't here. It was not knowing. I know now. I know that you're safe. Your armaments and trophies or anything to indicate. I suspect you're a capable individual. I won't stop you. But what brought you to Shill?
I used to work for the person in charge of Elation, and I need to correct my past
You
sins and take him out.
you used to work for the Morton Smiles Dwindell.
I made a lot of bad choices over the years.
Not going to pretend like I approve of that, Isaac. But I wasn't in your shoes. I don't know what your situation was. So I have no place to pass judgment. But if you're here to stop him, I might have a little something for you. As he walks over to say into the bedroom, and you hear like a couple shufflings of something. Ah, here we go. As he comes back holding two pieces of paper, one older and more tattered, and then another one a more fresh piece of paper. As he lays it out on it, you see it's a map of the old mine. It's extended long past what you did in the past, but given that your dad is one of the foremen because there's like several foremen for several crews, uh, him being as veteran, say as like experienced as what he is, and known for a record of not causing accidents, but more so getting people out of them to an extent. That's kind of how he got the one of the scars over his eyes is that he stopped someone from getting hit by a I'll say by a falling piece of rock that would have like cut his head off basically. Um, you know that he's one of the people that like knows the mine's best out of everyone. This is an updated mine. I'll say mining map I've kept over the years. A little hobby. You probably remember me adding on to this thing many times, but one day after shift, I found something. Here. As he points to like this remote section of the mine. Usually it's a part that isn't considered. It's a little bit further away from the main copper veins, so it's not an area that anyone would really notice per se. Over here, I noticed some. It smelled damp, but it also smelled fresh, coming from down one of from this tunnel as I was walking past. I was trying to make sure everybody had cleared out for the day. There's a reservoir down there where there shouldn't be water. There's life there. When I dug a little deeper, I noticed that the rocks around were wet. And there's a smell of moss. One night I decided about a month and a half to, was it 3? It might have been 3 months ago. I decided to start chipping away a little bit at it. Directing people a little bit away. All the bosses, what do they care? What do they care about me telling people that that part of the mine collapsed? There's no copper over there. No need to fix a cave in. I started to chip away a little bit, and I made a decent enough little hole. I don't know if they've still got the mine been guarded. With the current shift schedule, it's been harder to get over there in the past few weeks, but when I looked through the hole in the wall, there was a cavern with a pool of water. And it looked like something was, I would say that there was some grass or something in there. That's deep underground. No plants should live. figured if I told anyone, they would think I'm crazy. I think they're digging in the wrong place, Isaac. Whatever they're looking for, as he taps his finger on the map, I think it's right here.
I know what they're looking for.
What are they looking for?
It's an artifact of great power, one of several that we've been assigned to collect in order to stop the great evil I told you about.
Is it like that? As he points at Drake Siphon.
That's my assumption.
I made a rough rough map of this in case I ever needed to find my way back. I don't think they're protecting the old mine as much. They used to have security, and the elevator, in the lift was watched. But you go at the right time of night, probably during the guard, right after the guard shift change, you might be able to sneak in.
Is there a shift change coming up? Do I remember?
You do.
I would have noted down.
Yeah, you would have noted it down. There is a shift change coming up in about 4 hours. But there's also ones during the day. There's also one if you want all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's you know their times basically. There is one coming up.
Fellas, I feel like now is the best time to go if we're gonna go for this. Otherwise, starting tomorrow, Lycus and Cereza will be here.
2
And they'll
days.
be 2 days? Oh, never mind, let's go tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to say tomorrow is the day. I would say they said they would be here in 2 days. You're still on the day when you receive the note. This is all one day. Y'all haven't long rested since then.
Yeah, I say all that, and then in true Isaac fashion, I realize, wait, no, that's not right.
Wait, Cereza and Lycus are coming?
Yeah, they're coming in 2 days to inspect things.
I don't
You
like
know what they've been bringing?
Loner Garn, for one. They brought him out of that cabin on the side of the mountain. Apparently Lycus himself knocked him out.
They got Garn out of his cabin?
Yeah, he's sitting underneath City Hall.
Oh, yeah, I meant to mention that. I talked to him when we were there.
Oh, how's the old bastard doing?
Not happy.
He's never happy.
I think extra so, maybe.
Oh. Well, us old souls, we just look around and just want to accept the peace that we have.
He
But
he asked if we could get him out.
well, the thing is, if you do, they notice he's missing. You need some sort of occurrence to happen, something that would draw the guards out. I would say guards away from City Hall. Something big.
You say big.
As I hold my staff
Please,
in
please
there.
don't drop a dinosaur in the middle of our town. I'm saying like something more manageable, like if we
Did
could
he say
distract them with something happening while Cereza and Lycus are here. Everyone should be drawn away from City Hall to attend to them. Half of the guards in town follow them around, or at much more attention when they're here. City Hall doesn't have as many people then.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I think after we do our business in the mines, I'm gonna leave a calling card letting them know I'm heading to Girder Show, and maybe they'll be called back.
It could
Not a
work.
bad. That's not a bad idea. Just be careful with whatever you do, Isaac, and please don't let him drop a dinosaur in the middle of town.
Pensy, please don't drop a dinosaur in the
That
middle
is
of my
not
hometown.
Pensy. That is Device.
I'm sorry, Device. Device, please don't drop a.
Drop dinosaurs.
Device is gonna be whistling while he's looking away on the dino.
Give you 100 gold.
Also, excuse me,
Deal.
friend. I do have a question for you. He's looking at you, Pensy.
Yes.
I don't mean to be racist, but my eyes aren't quite what they are. Are you Kenku or Ravenfolk?
I'm a Kenku.
Right. It was hard enough to differentiate between the two, given how closely related the two species are beforehand, and these eyes aren't getting any younger.
There's not a lot of us around, and I've traveled a lot of different places, so it's understandable you wouldn't have a lot of experience.
Yes, I mean, honestly, you'd probably pass for one around here.
Well, that's something I'm generally good at, is passing for other things, other people.
How many do you have here total, Isaac?
4 of us.
Only 4 of you. You're
And
planning
one
to
non-combatant.
and one non-combatant, and you're planning to take down an I would say what amounts to a criminal organization turned government.
Yes. but
We aim high.
who do you think would win in a fight? That criminal organization or an ancient dragon?
Do you have an ancient dragon with you?
I point to Device's armor.
As he shakes his head.
Ay, Dios mío.
Did you hit us with ADM?
I had to do it.
Oh, oh God.
I had to
There's
do
no
it.
way.
There's absolutely every way. I hit you with the ADM. I'll be right back. Keep talking though.
Okay, I'm gonna get something to drink because I think I'm about to throw up.
That's fair.
Fair enough. If only he didn't say don't drop the dinosaur.
You know, yeah, I think dinosaurs.
Open
might
the
be a
door.
bad
Get
idea.
off the floor. Device, don't drop the dinosaur.
Now, what I'm hearing is he said don't drop a dinosaur. He didn't say don't drop a sky whale.
That's such a terrible. That's such a bad idea.
Or a hippopotamus.
As if they aren't gonna wonder where the giant animal came from.
Also, hippos are bloodthirsty as fuck. That's like one of the worst things you could drop.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they're very
Oh,
mean.
shit.
Like straight up, oh my gosh, a hippopotamus would be one of the worst ideas.
All right, time to drop a giant crocodile.
That's almost as bad. Crocodiles are the aggressive one.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, what is it with you and all the aggressive weapons? All the aggressive fucking animals.
But you want me to drop a snow leopard instead?
Actually, that would
Wait,
probably
what's happening?
He's joking about dropping giant animals in the middle of town.
Can you cast speak with animals?
Yes, he
Yeah.
can at will.
So if I turn into a female crocodile, can you talk to me?
Yes.
I could talk to you anyway, couldn't I?
Oh yeah, no,
I just-
you can say if something I would say Feymar say you can talk in Feymar crocodile form.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just the only thing about
Oh,
like the
base.
unicorn form is that unicorns expressly communicate via telepathy. So like that one you wouldn't speak because you're a unicorn. You wouldn't actually like it wouldn't be instinctive for you to talk as opposed to, telepathy.
So you want to know the most based thing? I can speak with animals at the 4th level.
At will.
What does that do?
Nothing.
Oh, it's not an upcat. Okay.
Yeah, there's no upcast to it. It's just default.
I can just speak with animals. Very good.
Yeah, he loses the accent.
It
Does
does.
Axel posh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hello, my dear crocodile gentleman. How are you doing on this fine day? My name is Device, and I am here to converse with you about potentially distracting the elationists and not eating any of the townspeople. How does that proposition sound to you, my good gentleman?
Well, I think we should definitely go back and fill in Jasaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
should probably
forgot
get going.
Josaku wasn't here.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to handle something. And I've got to go back in a couple minutes because I did had to put in something because I also realized I didn't eat lunch or dinner.
Ah,
Alright.
eating food's important.
Yeah. So I put some pizza rolls in the fucking air fryer. All right.
Nice.
What would you like to do now?
Well, I think we should get going, Dad.
Just need to come back and see me before you leave. You know that, right?
I know.
Oh. Before you go. You heard that Sarah left for Girdishell, right?
Yeah.
She'd been writing home to her mother for a few, ever since she left. Last I talked to her. She hadn't got a letter in a week. You could find that girl. You know it'd be helpful.
I will.
And hope that they haven't touched her family.
God's help them if they have.
Hell hath no fury. As he slowly like gently grips you by the shoulders or pulling you into like a tight hug. It's not like as desperate and grabbing as before. I don't want you to go. But I can tell whatever it is you're doing here, Isaac. Believe it. You believe in it. And you're needed. Just don't be a stranger As he slowly wipes away tears from his eyes. Make sure your next visit home isn't 10 years.
When time allows, things are better. There's some place I'd like to show you.
And what is that?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
I'll take your word for it. Do you mean the Feywild?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I reluctantly head out.
Alright. I need everyone to roll stealth rolls again. Are you alternate using invisibility again?
I only have a third level spell slot, so
Counts!
I'm gonna cast it, and I'm not gonna be invisible.
You can
Oh,
use
I
a
was
third level
gonna
spell
turn-
slot.
No, I can only make one other person invisible, so I'm not invisible.
Oh! I don't know why I thought invisibility was second level.
I can make up for that. Actually, you may not even need to cast at all. Let me look.
Yeah, I can just go invisible myself.
Wait, what the heck? We could have brought Jose.
Okay, I'm gonna say devices is short term.
Oh, okay.
I also have a plus
I have
15
high
to
stealth,
so it
too.
doesn't really matter.
Oh, Isaac has you beat on stealth.
But yeah, I know
The
that.
one.
But also, Nature's
It's so
Veil.
close to me.
Nature's Veil has a maximum of like a minute.
That's-
Jose,
get
I'm
pretty
so
far in a
sorry.
minute.
It's okay.
Yeah, Jose over here with the second worth stealth thing in the party.
How's plus 10 the worst? What the
I said
fuck?
second worst.
Dude, we're that stacked?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like the lowest stealth roll you'll have is a +7.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, no, but with Pass Without a Trace, you'll have an average of a plus, I would say, of, let's see, 16, 15, 7, 10. That is an average of, I think, 12.
Guys, after we're done with this, let's go rob a bank or something. I don't care
It is
where.
exactly 12. I am fucking goaded. Yeah, you'll have an average of plus 12 to stealth
Go down.
before Pass Without a Trace. With Pass Without a Trace, you'll have an average of a plus 22.
So down to rob a bank.
I mean,
Actually,
you can
I
always
just
rob a
realized
bank in the
I have
Empire.
I have the combat invisibility. It's actually not good at all for out of combat.
I would have
Is that
robbed
greater invisibility?
a vault, but
Yeah,
Yep.
no.
I
Oh,
didn't
I know a
realize.
vault we could rob.
Me too.
I was asked by a god to rob this vault.
Oh, I was talking about the one in the Empire.
Let's go rob a hostel. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Bet.
Isaac, roll me a history
Yeah.
check at advantage.
Can we make this a side quest?
it's the same thing.
I will let you roll a third time.
Okay.
There was a vault in. There was a big ass vault. There were two of them in Shell. I mean, previously one had I said the main one had been hit so many times, but that was before Smiles took over. I wonder if most of the Elationist funds would be there now. Probably stepped up security, but well, I mean, he knew how to hit the bank. He's not going to keep it in that one. Hostile vault.
Vault takeover?
right now.
Not right now, obviously. But okay, as y'all head back, let me move it to the hideout. I need stealth rolls. Everyone has advantage.
Wait,
I
do we?
never.
Yeah, you two are invisible. I'm not.
I never unsummoned my dinosaur.
Maybe you should do that.
Are you going to unsummon him?
Damn.
As funny as it would be not to, I think I will.
Okay, good. 33.
We
Pensy,
have
what'd you get?
Pass Without a Trace.
Jesus.
What'd you get, Pensy?
Do we have pass?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
that's a
not.
15.
You have proficiency in 2 skills of your choice. Moreover, you can give yourself advantage on all skill checks before rolling the d20. I will let you use that to give yourself a 3rd roll. Would you like to use
Don't
Kenku
worry.
Recall and Bardic Inspiration?
you want me to
Pensy.
bardic myself?
You can.
Kiwi,
It's up to you.
Kiwi, I
What'd you
just want
get?
you to know you can't roll worse than me. I rolled a 6.
You have a plus 15. Shut the fuck up, Silver.
True.
Alright, I'll use a Kenku Recall, and sure, why not? I'll give myself a bardic and see if I need it. I rolled a 1.
Okay, what
He
was your
can
other
roll worse
roll?
than me.
With advantage, what was the roll?
My highest roll was a 15. I rolled an 8 on the die.
All right, roll your d10.
I got a 10. Thank God.
Okay, 25. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all are able to make it back to the hideout where you proceed to fill in Josaku and Liam on the information.
I found out what was going on there after a reverie.
They're after a what?
Wait, does he know what reverie is? Did I just do
You
what we're
just
not
dropped
supposed to
it
do?
on him.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, they're after a pretty strong piece of magical equipment.
It's an item blessed by Ilmater.
We cannot let them get it.
I agree.
I'm gonna go with you.
Device is gonna
So-
scratch his chin in confusion.
Wait, what? You can't come with us.
Isaac, this is why I was called here.
But you're not a combatant.
How many times am I going to be able to see a holy place of Ilmater? A truly holy place and sacred place to him? How many times am I going to be able to potentially witness something like this?
I feel like this is a bad idea. What do you guys think?
Bad idea or not? Unless you physically stop me, I'm going.
I'm gonna look Liam up and down and hand him a short sword.
I'm a pacifist.
Device is gonna
I'm
tilt
a
his
pacifist
head.
too. Pacifist right through my enemies.
It's pretty good.
I knew
Don't
you were
make
gonna
me
say that
anyone
as soon as you
donut.
fucking opened your mouth.
Don't make anyone a donut, Kiwi.
Yeah, actually, lucky for them, I don't have any ability to punch.
Yeah, I was about to say, Liam's not gonna call you out of that because he's trying to be a bro right now.
Who has a weaker punch, me or Pensy?
Pensy, what's your strength?
-1.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Yeah, no. Strength is a dump stat.
Ah, it's a dump strat for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, it's a dump stat
Yeah,
for
it's-
most people that aren't barbarians, paladins, or fighters.
Or a random ranger, huh?
Yeah, or a random ranger who decides to use a two-handed warhammer.
Yeah.
my strength is 6.
Damn, that's pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 8.
Isaac definitely had the worst rolls out of anybody in the party
Hey,
when
let's
rolling
go.
characters. Oh yeah, you were the only person who got below a 70.
Let's go.
But also, you're also the only one who got a permanent staff buff that is not tied to a reverie. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not like I would say that is not tied to like a reverie boosting your class stats like uh the barbarian ones did for Varus.
Wait, do I have the highest strength? What the fuck?
What's your
Yes,
strength?
you're the tank.
I'm at 19.
He is the gauntlets of
Oh.
overpower.
Technically, I mean, he's gone though. He died.
Yeah, Rip and Hedge. Rip Hedge is dead.
Damn
So
quick,
I
he
mean,
died in a tragic self-sucking accident.
I guess we should get some sleep for the night, right?
Wait, so you're telling me we don't have a tank in the party that isn't me?
No.
Yeah.
Wild.
I mean, I have a lot of healing and ways to keep people alive, but
Oh yeah, Hedge was it. Honestly, the original
Guys.
party composition and like the party composition overall would be busted because we have like if all the Forever Wickermen because there was a Twilight Cleric, a Speed Berserker Barbarian, Battlemaster Fighter, Samurai, like Blade Singer Wizard Rogue combo, fucking Swarmkeeper Ranger, Lore Bard, fucking Eloquence Bard, like damn.
So what I'm hearing is if I ever die, I can fuck everyone over and we don't have a tank anymore.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
I will be
Type
the
shit.
tank.
Type shit. Yeah, my whole plan is I'm becoming a bard rogue and I'm just gonna gaslight people. That is the whole plan if I ever die.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good plan.
So, as y'all fall asleep for the night, come on, y'all know shit's coming.
Oh yeah.
Ooh boy.
Isaac,
Oh, fuck this place again.
you find yourself waking up once again in this very colorful place. Again, it's colorful, it's radiating with life. You find yourself a lot closer to that temple than before. You find yourself within sight distance. What would you like to do?
Lindstrom, are you around?
You don't get an answer.
I'm gonna walk towards the ruin, the temple.
Alright, as you do see people like smiling, laughing, relaxing with the with animals.
I'm gonna go up to one of the people.
Alright. You walk up to this human man. Brown hair, relatively unremarkable features, but a soft smile on his face.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Mm, Sorry, I don't recognize you. Have I seen you before?
I'm dreaming currently.
Oh. Well, be at peace, my friend.
Where are we?
Do you not know?
No, I have no idea where I am. I'm
This-
currently
This is paradise, friend. There's no worries. There's no suffering. There's nothing to really cause any worries here to anyone. Everyone here has been through enough of that in life. And you know,
Is this elation?
I mean, we are elated to be here. I don't know of a place called Elation, though.
So the name of this realm is Paradise.
Oh, no, it has a name. It's just nobody really uses it.
What's the name?
Not focused. Sit. Tell me. Talk to me. What brought you here, friend? As suddenly like a glass of like warm milk appears in your hand. Fuck you!
What the heck?
Dungeon Masters, did you
Fuck you!
that city?
Fuck!
Do you understand how mind
Fuck you, Silver.
Okay, I'll watch this after. I'm sure one of these is gonna be like a dream or something.
No, one of them is cute NPC.
Oh, that always works on me.
Yeah, Cesare is a great example.
Okay, no, I meant like cute, as in just like adorable.
Okay, well, I mean, tell me what brought you here, friend.
I went to sleep and I woke up here.
Oof. I mean, definitely not the worst point people have arrived here. Usually it's a lot more violent.
Wait, am I dead? Did I have a heart attack in my sleep?
I mean, the rest of us are.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold up one second. Let me. Here. Take a drink. As you go to grab the cup, your hand passes through it.
What? I am dead!
Oh. No, you're not. Huh.
I'm so confused.
So you're the one he picked.
What?
Oh. Knew it was coming eventually. I mean, I knew this was coming eventually, but I didn't expect it to happen so soon. He claps his hands together, and all of a sudden, the soft white robes that he was like unremarkable white robes, uh, meld away. All of a sudden, you see that he's wearing this armor. You notice that there are some well-fined leathers adorning him. You see, one second, I need to put this down. A white sash on one side and a black sash on the other. Golden pins holding in each one. Various potions, tomes, and other things line his belt. Oh, guess that makes you the new guy.
What?
Ah, don't worry about it. A little bit of an in-joke. We'll say, it's been pretty peaceful. Again, I guess that's the point of this place. What's your name?
Isaac Beecher.
And so you basically like, I would shake your hand, but I think it would go through it.
Do you know somebody named Lindstrom?
As he gives you like a slight turnaround, walks away a little bit, looks over at everything. Yeah. As he turns back, you notice that all of a sudden now there's this mask on his face. Almost as it, I say it's the same mask you saw on the owl the other day. I do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know where this is going. You got the wrong guy.
Do I? I
I
mean,
point
you're here.
I point to Drake Siphon.
Serena's dagger.
I am not who he wants.
Why the fuck are you here then? I mean, I can empathize with you on the huh, pun intended. I can empathize with you on feeling a little bit unworthy. I mean, the whole time I was surrounded by heroes, champions, dictators, kings, devils, charlatans, let's say great mages and sorcerers. There I am, just a guy. As he pulls the mask off his face and it disappears, and you notice that his clothes go back to the simple robes. I'm just Lindstrom. Just a guy from a small town. Never was meant to mount to anything. Humble beginnings and past sins don't exactly make, let's say, don't exactly disqualify you, Isaac. Or did you forget who it is we follow? As you notice, you feel something in your hand.
I check my hand.
You find a necklace with the symbol of Ilmater in it.
Didn't I give this away?
Sometimes things have ways to come back to you. They say all roads lead to home. I think that has its home. Now the question for you, Isaac Beecher. As you notice all of a sudden that all the sounds of the birds and all the other things have stopped. As you look back up to him and he's got the mask on again. He's gotten real close right next to your face. Are you willing to suffer? As you feel him shove you and you feel like where once was ground is now just falling. As you see that masked face, Lindstrom with the mask on and the simple robes on top of a cliff, you find yourself falling and falling and falling and falling. Before you feel yourself, before you see through your eyes, your vision goes dark. Before it's zooming through, you feel your consciousness zooming through the sky. You feel it zooming and zooming. Before in the distance you see Mount Vonan. You find yourself speeding towards it, your consciousness passing and passing through. You find yourself going through Shill, or darting into the mines, or ending up deep, deep within, going through the small crack in the wall, only, say, matching your father's description to a T, before finding a small ruin. And on a pedestal is a mask, sitting there, staring straight at you. Before you wake up.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again. All right. Let's see what else is there. Remember there was one other thing I wanted to. Oh yeah, device.
Oh no.
As by the way, updated art of the multi realms. By the way,
Ape shit.
I finally managed to blend them right. It took me a second, but I also finally also had time to blend them right.
BRB real quick. My dad needs me.
Yeah, go for it.
Y'all think they have hash browns in China?
Probably.
Definitely not.
I mean, they have McDonald's, so I assume so.
Bro,
It's a hash brownless McDonald's.
Does not exist.
Well, in China.
One second. Sorry. Device. As you wake up, you find your mind once again torn between these two powers. It doesn't feel like you're being pulled as much as more so it's like as if two people like each have their hand on your shoulder, but in your head. And you feel the
you lost
split
me. Folks.
again, right down the dais of the Great Mother's Garden and the Reach. If you don't mind, dearie, we were planning to talk to, to our young device first. No, I intended to talk to him first, and Delka had a little device too. Well, we also could just talk to him at the same time, my ladies. Hmm. I find this acceptable. What if I don't? Feel free to chip in at any time, by the way, device.
Nathaniel, who do you want to talk to first?
Boss, they can hear me. You ask me questions in front of the two people that can actually fucking hear me and also can fucking smite me. My answer is no, don't fucking answer.
Don't answer? Okay, you two can fight it out.
Well, that's not very nice. I mean, to be honest though, Shantae, you do have to admit, sister, it was fairly intelligent of the rat to say that. Thank you, my lady. I appreciate the compliment. Coming from someone as majestic as you, it's high praise. And he knows how to flatter. Device, I do believe you could learn something from your friend.
Oh. Well, no.
Oh, well. There is a reason that we summoned you, though. And there's also a reason that we summoned you. Simply put, I found something disturbing nearby, in a city you know as Girdashell.
Device's ears are gonna perk up upon hearing the name.
As have we. Well, for ours, it appears that a new kind of hold up, I'm trying to find the taxonomical term for a fruit. Hold up, let me see. 1 second. It appears there is a new member of the Nightshade family that has been cultivated magically in the city. When, as all cultivated nature finds its way to me, I found it in my garden. A flower, a berry I was unfamiliar with. Device. It renders people incapable of changing their facial expression. One of the animals ate it, and, well, you look over and you see that there is a deer, which, if you've ever seen a deer like hold its mouth open, it's fucking terrifying. And you see this deer is doing the closest approximation it could to a smile.
Device is gonna go for his hammer and just grasp it. It's starting to get enraged about it all.
My dear, not here. Besides, as she moves her hand over, and the deer suddenly gets to relax its face muscles. This is not permanent. Yeah. Except there's other things around there that are. Apparently that thing's seeds have started to spread. As she holds it up. And you notice this, second. I'm going to find a...
Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! I finally get it. Get the reference.
I hope somebody would. As you do see this, again, this fruit, it's being held up. It sort of looks almost like a tomato, but it's got these white and orange spots on it. Honestly, the person I thought would get it first is Phil.
Would this happen to be a reference to the smile fruit?
Huh. I wonder where you got that connection. But yeah, like I said, with that one, it's like, whatever it is, it's an abomination. I want you to end it. I do as well. Do we have your word that you will extinguish this accident?
Device is gonna be still gripping his hammer. It will be done.
Good. Now, it's time to wake up. As the goddesses snap their fingers at the same time, and everyone wakes up back in chill. Yeah, basically, Phil, you missed the thing where Silver called me out for referencing smile fruits. It absolutely has
I
been.
got that.
Yeah, I would say I thought I was pretty on the nose with it the whole fucking time.
I thought it was either smiles or some Joker shit.
See, I tried to go for a mixture where the fruit creates the gas.
This whole time I was assuming it was Joker shit, then I finally got the reference when you said it was a fruit.
Yeah. But then again, like, let's be honest, Smile Fruit is it's basically like it took inspiration from Joker Venom.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that Caesar Clown is the person who developed Smile. Because, like, Caesar is named after Caesar Romero, who played the Joker
Who?
back in, like, the 50s.
Oh.
Yep, and that's kind of like what it, again, that's where the name came from. So, yeah. All right. As everyone wakes up, what would you like to do? I suggest you go ahead and adjust your spells for the day.
I would like to. I'd like to carve a wood block into the fruit out of memory, if possible.
Absolutely. Roll me a wood carver's tools check. I believe it is dexterity. So roll me a dexterity check. Or actually just roll me a dexterity saving throw. That has the same modifier.
18.
18. All right. Yeah, you're able to do a pretty good recreation of it.
Shit.
Yep. All right. What would everyone like to do for the day?
I changed my mind, Liam. You're definitely coming.
I mean, I was going to come whether or not you did say whether or not you quote unquote let me or not. But what made you change your mind?
There's something in there you need to take.
Trying to give me a what did you call it, a reverie?
So the guy in charge made a mistake.
Honored. Do you think that's why Shill was chosen as my missionary destination? That way
I imagine we'll find out.
I could be here. No, you did not. Oh, do you wanna roll the rest of it, Jose?
Yeah, sure.
By the way, Silver, spoiler alert, no.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
All right, what'd you get?
I'm using a lucky. Hang on.
All right.
It's gonna be a 12.
Yeah, you lose.
Dude, what is his intelligence? Why? Wait. This isn't fair.
I mean, his dice roll beat you, dude.
I
I'll
have a
teach you how to
-1.
cheat.
Say what? What was that, Jose?
I have a -1.
Yeah, you have a -1. His dice roll still beat you. I rolled a 15 on the dice.
What did I roll last time? I rolled like a fucking 15 last time.
He rolled a 17 on the dice.
What is
Jose.
this?
I'll teach your character how to cheat at cards.
I don't think he would.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's be honest. Chisaku's too honorable for that shit. All right, would y'all like to do more prep work or kind of just like skip to the infiltration of the mine?
Is there any prep work we need to do, you guys?
I don't-
Warning: I'm not taking pass without trace. Actually, that's a bad idea. I'm gonna take it.
Let's see. Yeah, let me see what spells you do have. Detect poison and disease is definitely one you can go without.
Oh yeah, no, that's already taken out.
Okay. I see you took Revivify. Good choice.
Oh, that's always gonna be taken.
Is it a good choice?
Revivify? Yes.
Cure wounds and revivify are
There is
always gonna be in
never
my
a
arsenal.
situation in which Revivify is not a good choice.
So we no longer have a weird thing with death?
I mean, no, well,
Well, it's still better. Like having that weird thing as opposed to like
yeah, having the worst NPC in the game, according to Phil, versus dying.
'Cause at one point I had, what was it, Raise Dead? which is crazy good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, didn't you tell him not to take it?
Yeah.
I did not mean to do that. Okay, well, shit. If you would like to swap it, I do have Bard expel. I do let Bards do prepared because I think it's stupid that Bards don't. So yeah, you're free to swap it if you want.
Yeah, I think I have to take a look at a lot of my spells. There's like half of my spells I never use.
Hmm.
I
Okay,
will
my spells are
work on that
updated.
I mean, that's just
before
kind of
next week.
how it ends up when you're spoiled for choice. Like
Well,
when you have
there's a lot of them that don't come in use, and I don't know if they ever will.
oh, I did make use of Call Lightning the other day.
Yeah, Call Lightning's great. I've used that a few times, but
Is that how you died?
I've never used Illusory Script or Featherfall.
Featherfall is one you kind of take because like you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
I
Yeah.
could have used Featherfall back in the day.
This is why I'm glad
Where?
I'm a cat.
Where was this, Phil?
In my backstory.
Oh yeah! Wow!
Wild.
Wait, what was that?
You say you could use Featherfall when his brother fell off the tower. Yeah.
This is why I'm glad I'm a cat.
Can you always land on your feet? That'd be based.
No, that is
No,
not a
but
thing
I can
Tabaxi
fly.
can do. No, you cannot fly.
Yeah, I can. Withering Tide.
Wait, what?
But you can fly too?
Are you a ranger?
Yeah.
Dude, let's just fly around and rain. Wait, can you shoot
Divine
fireballs?
Agility,
No.
hold up.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean Withering Tide? What? That is Writhing
Withering
Tide.
Tide. Ah, that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm retarded.
Pensy, can you
That,
shoot fireballs?
no, no, I
Oh.
cannot.
I wish I could
Yeah,
fire
Phil, you're back to being the
fireballs.
only one who shoots fireballs.
I was gonna make like a what's it called? A bomber squadron of just people flying around throwing fireballs at the enemy. That'd be funny.
I have seen someone make an Iron Man build with what's it? Moonbeam, Sunbeam, Scorching Ray, Fly, and Barkskin.
Jose, can
You're
you
so
cast
right.
fireball?
Probably not, right? I don't
Oh
like
no.
like full fighter.
I wonder what else I can multi-class into that wouldn't be complete bullshit.
You kind of got to justify it. Rogue kind of makes sense for a device to have a little bit of a dip into. But I swear to God, I'm not gonna let you pull Inquisitive, Inquisition Rogue or Mastermind Rogue.
Dude,
Oh,
pick cleric, and then we can go get this big giant sword.
you're so right.
It assumes I would pick him.
Oh no.
You forget, just because you can get reveries doesn't mean you will.
Wait, how many reveries can I technically get?
3.
Ooh.
One for each attunement slot.
So, what's the mask that we're trying to find? Something.
It is called the Mask of Ended Suffering.
Sounds
What if
funny.
Oh wait, that's barbarian only. Never mind.
What?
I was like, what if we go kill Varys and takes a Carolor?
Yeah, both of those are barbarian only.
You're so right. I should become a barbarian randomly.
Yeah, just dip into
You have to be able to
Barbarian.
meet the requirements without the gauntlets of ogre power,
Fuck.
which you
What
do
are the
not.
requirements?
13.
Do I know it?
No. You're at 11.
Fuck.
Let's go steal the Sound of Silence.
The fuck is that?
It's this other bard reverie.
that Jay had. Basically, Jay's thing basically gave him a magical secrets that he could swap at the start of a day. And Jay always said, it's like, yo, wait, nah, it's not good. I'm like, bro, don't fuck with me. Two sets of magical secrets that you could swap at the start of the day, picking any spell from any spell list twice. He's fucking busted.
Yeah, that's busted. I want Fireball.
Oh, you small-minded child.
Right, I want Wish.
Wish doesn't exist. Wish is a myth.
Fuck.
What are you talking about?
Well,
But oh no. You're thinking too small.
yeah, I don't know many spells. I mainly play fucking fighters.
Oh. But imagine if every single day you could cast something like Jalzari Storm of Radiance.
The fuck is that?
Basically 40-foot cylinder. Everything inside is blinded, deafened, and can't cast spells.
Caught me at everything is death. What's the most broken spell I can get, I wonder?
As a ranger?
Yeah.
Wait,
Not odd.
can he get polymorph? Rangers do not get polymorph.
This is sad. I wanted to polymorph the big bad.
Oh, he's immune to polymorph.
Fuck.
He also has 5 legendary resistances. What the fuck do you think I'm going to use them on?
Polymorph.
7 polymorphs.
Fair enough. All right, back to the game though. What would y'all like to do? Would you like to do anything for the rest of the day, or would you like to just kind of like skip tonight and go towards the thing?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm gonna ask if I can go grow a giant plant in the middle of town, but I feel like that'd go pretty bad.
It would go very bad. All right. As night starts to fall, and you feel, you feel the moon go to, you start to see the moon go to the center of the sky. I need group stealth checks.
Pass without trace.
Pass without a trace. All right. Let me roll one for Liam. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is this a plus 10?
Oh, type shit.
Hey, yo. Liam doing some.
Whatever,
Liam is carrying his weight.
I got
You
myself
carry
a
me
43.
What'd you get?
19.
Oh, after pass without a trace?
Yes, I rolled a 2.
What'd you get, Isaac?
I'm trying to decide if I want to cast invisibility again.
I will tell you. There on the board there is a 33, a 38, a natural 20, and a 19.
Oh no, somebody's gonna roll higher than me?
I'm sorry. A 43, a 38, a natural 20, a 39, and a 19.
Oh my god, I casted the highest?
Yes.
I can't do this. Oh no. Oh no.
As all of you basically disappear into the shadows, you're still connected via Pensie's mental link. But you notice even Liam has a surprising amount of stealth here. By the way, it was Liam that rolled the natural 20.
I can't believe this.
Good for him.
Yep.
He's dedicated to the cause.
I mean, yeah. He even rolled higher than Isaac.
Oh no.
Could you, Isaac?
Yep. And then as you'll make your way over, you'll get to the entrance to the mines of Shill. There are a couple guards, and you see that there are two ways down. There is the lift, which is significantly faster. But in addition, there is a wooden stairway. I would say both are pretty visible. There are two guards off to the side. They kind of look a little bit like they just got there, and they're kind of in for a boring night. You ever hear one say, it's like, you know, this has got to be the most boring position in the whole fucking country.
So,
Nothing fucking happens here. We're literally investigating a mine that almost nobody's working on. Well, that's louder than I thought.
So I got a question.
What's up?
How far down would it be?
A good ways.
Hey, Kiwi,
Yeah.
you still got feather falling.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
What if
that
you,
would
like,
work, and it's completely
jump?
quiet because Featherfall lets you fall silently. Wait, are we literally just gonna jump? Gonna sneak and jump off the side?
Device is just gonna shake or nod his head rapidly.
Oh my god. No way to protect this.
It'll be fine.
Would it be 60 feet down by any chance?
No. It
How
would
far
not. Why?
I have a funny thing called the web. I think that'd also be pretty funny to put at
Web
the
would
end
not
bottom.
stop you.
No? Okay.
That is not how web works.
Good to know.
Yeah, I can cast.
All right, are
Featherfall
y'all
on this.
jumping off the side instead of using the stairs or the lift?
Yeah,
Fuck it, let's do it.
why not?
Jisaku, Isaac.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check. Let's see how everybody falls.
Acrobatics 19.
I realize also I probably should reverse my game because so I should probably reverse my camera because let me unlock it, and then if I do that, when I look over at the monitor that is on my right, it's to the right of the screen. Versus when I'm looking over at you guys over here, like this is the other monitor where I'm looking like behind my DM screen. Okay. 17, 23, 18. What'd you get, Petency?
19.
Okay. Nice. Everybody, y'all basically like do like a group like swan dive off. It's all very graceful for all of you. Before you start to look down and you see it's like, oh, that ground is coming fast. Oh, that ground is coming fast. Oh, that ground is coming fast. And Pensy?
Oh no, I cast it before we jumped.
Oh, I think it's too far for that.
It's 60 feet for a minute. It's 60 feet per round for a minute. So
Oh, okay, yeah, then that's 600 feet. Yeah, that I would say. I was gonna say the drop is about easily about 300. So yeah, you got it.
Okay.
After about 30 seconds, you'll slowly and gently land on the ground at the bottom of the mine. Who here doesn't have dark vision?
No, I've been singled out.
No, you're not.
Wait, do I have dark vision?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I thought I was confused.
Because you're a fucking cat.
Oh yeah, I'm a cat. That's right.
I don't think I do.
No, you do not! Isaac does. Because he's got the goggles. Phil was like, nah, I'm not gonna ever be useless in the dark. Give me the fucking night vision goggles.
It only cost me $1,000 too.
Only $1,000.
Oh fuck! I don't have the light spell.
No, you don't.
I have fairy fire.
That will not move.
Fuck.
Um,
I have Astrodon Stride.
Yeah, I wondered why you took that spell.
Perfect situation.
Nope, it is
Hey,
not. That
bye.
spell sucks.
Well, because it's funny. That's the reason.
1d6 for a 3rd level spell.
Do we have
It's
any
so funny.
torches?
Say what?
Guys, did we ever get any torches?
I have one.
A torch?
Yeah.
Do we have a way to light a torch, guys?
Also, Jose has one. Jose has 10. Or Josaku has 10.
Wait, when did I get these torches? What the?
You've
wait,
had
never
them
mind.
the whole fucking campaign, you dunce!
I have a light crystal from Alexander.
Oh, you
Oh, so I
do!
Yeah, I'm gonna light that up.
Alright, as a light will brightly shine out for 60 feet in any direction of you. Oh, I'm sorry, as if... Oh, I'm sorry, can produce light as if the light spell. How much light does the light spell produce?
Let me Google it in a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius, yep, okay. So, who is going to be doing the map, who is going to be holding the light, and who is going to be leading the way?
I'll lead the way.
Alright, Dark Vision Boy leading the way. Who's got the map?
I feel like the person leading should be reading the map.
Possibly. Do you want Device to read the map?
Do you
I'll
want
read
me
the-
to read the map?
I'll read the map and I'll direct him where to go. He can take point.
I'll hold the light.
Wait.
Phil, if you said you wanted me to read it, it will
Hey,
so badly.
Phil, I'm gonna message you something about something in your inventory I'm curious about.
Okay.
Phil, I just want you to know, Device still can't read. He hasn't studied.
It's a map.
Can't read directions either.
Yup. He uses his rats for everything. Speaking of, I think we need some rats in here. What do you guys think?
Certainly couldn't hurt.
If you want to do rats, go for it.
Oh, I'll summon Chester.
Yeah, and Chester has dark
Wait.
vision because you do.
Wait, let me think. What would
Actually,
be
no, he's
funny
an
to
owl. He
summon?
has it naturally. As do your rats. All right. As you'll make your way in, Isaac, I need you to roll me 3d20s.
Oh, hell yeah.
Actually, Device, can you summon like a small bird? Like
no,
Wait, what? Oh no, this is the plus 21. I need to get rid of
no,
that.
no. Keep rolling.
Okay, let me get rid of the 21 though.
Bro, I see the number. You rolled a 19 and an 18. Keep fucking rolling.
Okay, there we go.
Are you eating my rats?
Okay. So, at the first
Yes or no?
at the first point where it looks like you could have gotten lost, you think back to your childhood. You think back to your father inscribing in these maps, and you easily find your way. And it happens again and again. If you rolled low, y'all were potentially going to get lost. But you fucking killed that with a 19 and 18 and a 16.
Oh, also for future reference, I can just turn into a fairy dragon and cast dancing lights.
Oh. Yeah, you can.
Good. I don't think anybody's gonna remember that, but if you ever do, just remind me.
I will try.
I can also do a pixie.
I have a question. How big are the mines and how big is a great cat?
Not that big. Sorry, or very big and not that big.
Okay, on that note, I'm summoning a great cat because I think it would be funny.
Just
Wait, hang on. I was gonna ask you if you could summon like a small bird of some sort.
Oh, birds. I
like
don't
a
think I've ever
canary in a
summoned
coal
a bird.
mine.
Yes, exactly, because I don't think any of us have any experience, and we will not know if something's about to go wrong.
Can I summon a canary?
Absolutely. I would consider that a
Okay.
beast class creature.
Sure. Fuck it. Let's summon a canary.
Let's see.
How
Okay.
many of them can I summon, actually?
Technically, for birds, I mean, we'll say it's a canary. Just use the parrot stat block. Or, let me see if there's another one. God damn it! Why do all these CR0 birds have fucking mimicry?
There's a falcon, an eagle,
Falcon's too fast. Eagle's too fast
there's a
and too big.
crow.
Crow can't. Crow
I
can do
mean, it's-
mimicry. Why does everything have fucking mimicry?
You don't need to use an exact stat block. Just give it like 2 HP and like I don't know what's a normal amount of movement speed. 15 feet.
50
What about
turns
a
out.
giant bat?
50. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
turns out birds have like 50 feet of movement speed base, except for the owl. I'm sorry, owl has
That's a lot.
60. So most birds have like fucking uh 50 or 50 to 60 feet of movement. We'll just use a crow stat block.
It is a small bird. You could give it 40.
How many canaries is that?
I would say if you summon, I would say you would summon up to 8 canaries there, but for 1
All
point.
right, fuck it. We're
Make sure
summoning
you
8
are
canaries.
keeping track of your points, right?
Yeah, I haven't used any today.
Okay.
Or this rest.
All right.
We've got a very extensive warning system with that many canaries.
Yep, you do. But as y'all are trekking your way through to the mines, you'll eventually make your way deeper and deeper and deeper. You find your way down to the depths and some of the deepest parts of the mine. You see a little some little pieces of wood inscribed on it in common. Cave in. Keep out. But this is where your
Wait.
dad said the path is.
This is the place.
Seems they don't want us here.
Isaac, you
Let
would
me
remember that he
see.
said that he put that there.
Yeah, no, yeah, he put that there so nobody else would go in.
Ah,
And
Also, when has that stopped us before?
do you guys usually just completely ignore signs that warn
It
of imminent
depends.
danger?
of course. Do you not?
No.
Odd.
So, is there a cave in or?
No,
No.
it's not. Yeah,
Yeah, Device was there. He would know that it's not a cave in. He would have heard that Isaac's dad say Oscar say that it's not a cave in. He just told people it was a cave in.
Ah, okay.
And people believe him because he's one of the foremen, and he's like, "Oh, okay, well, we'll just section this area off. That way, nobody goes in." But he still goes in. That way, he could like slowly dig it out.
I see. So what I'm hearing is we may need to dig.
I mean,
No. He
Okay.
said
No?
he dug it out.
well, he dug most of it out. You can also just, if there's enough of the wall missing that it's visible, you do have a giant ass indestructible warhammer.
I also can summon a giant badger.
You could, but this
What's
is
a
solid
badger
stone.
gonna do?
Oh,
Oh fuck!
from now on, I need to stop Pensy from. You don't have to take Pass Without a Trace anymore. I can cast it as well as a unicorn, by the way.
What the fuck?
Wait, as a
That's
unicorn.
crazy.
Oh, god damn it.
How are you a unicorn? I'm so confused.
Well, his other reverie. It lets him turn into creatures of the Feywild.
The fuck?
Yes, we've established this. I told you about this.
I think I've used it in front of you. What?
Yeah,
Multiple
Yeah,
Kindless Summer. It lets him turn into all Fey creatures of CR10 or lower, including a Treant, a Feymire crocodile, a Cyclops, a Fairy Dragon, a Unicorn, a Displacer Beast, or any of the Fey, like a Pixie or some shit.
yeah. I've been very confused this whole time.
So that said, if I did that, there would just be a unicorn walking around.
Yes, there would.
So okay,
Stealthiest
maybe it was a bad
unicorn ever.
idea.
Yes, it would. Because the moment you turn out of unicorn mode, that shit would drop.
Well, no, the unicorn can cast it.
I mean,
It's just
actually,
like
you know, Device, there is a thing that I would say you would have seen before that I would say easily would be able to dig through that wall.
What is it?
It is called a dog mole.
Oh my god! I was just looking at that.
Would you like to summon a dog mole?
Yes. It
I would
looks so
I would say
funny.
that given the fact that it's CR1, I would say that if you give up half your canaries, you would be able to summon the dog mole.
So down.
Okay, there we go.
what does a dog mole look like?
Not fucking
Ugly.
know.
Really fucking ugly.
Am I taking another point off here?
No, I'm gonna let you use the same point instead.
Type shit. Thank you.
Again, this is an ugly motherfucker.
Oh, it's one of the weird moles.
Same.
I hate those ones.
Yeah, if all else failed, I was just gonna summon a fucking Triceratops.
That would have probably caused a cave in. Rocks fall, you die. Literally.
TPK, easy.
The journey's over. Nervosh wins. All right. Yeah. So with the dog mold, you sum it up. It's like, oh, well, that is an interesting looking creature. Anybody know what that thing is?
I mean, it looks like some sort of mole.
And then you see up ahead, you see the tiny crack that say the crack that's gone through. It's more like a slit in the wall. Before, yeah, I would say before the dog mole starts to sniff around it. Hmm? As it's motioning up to you, device.
I'm gonna point at it. Go boy, go!
As it takes out its giant, like, pickaxe-sized claws, which are as hard as solid steel. Shing, 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 shing. As you see this thing just start to go through the wall. It's making a decent bit of noise, but you figure that this deep into the mines, it's probably not going to be a problem.
That's fine actually. You know what? I'll be extra careful. I'll cast silence.
Okay. Go for it. Ugh. All right, so with that in mind, after I would say a few minutes, because of the fact again the wall was already pretty chipped away. After that, this thing has carved a perfect, almost a perfect circle, 5 feet wide, and the dog mole has burrowed through it before he's like, "Arr, arr." Like he's raising up both like arms, like while sitting on his back. He's like, "Grr." Like I did it, boss.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him belly rubs.
I also did not realize until I started to do like the double hand motion. I was like, oh shit, let me raise the other arm. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, I'm not
You do.
I say I do not I did not want to accidentally almost get interpreted as doing a Twitter move.
Oh, what?
What happens when a white guy is raising up one arm?
Did you stick Heil?
No, I was saying it almost looked like that. I was definitely still like had my arm bent, like obviously like that when I did it. So I'm like, it was obviously not it, but I'm like, let me raise up the other arm just in case. I don't want to. I'm not. I don't use Twitter.
That explains the tier list.
Oh fuck you! We don't talk about the fucking tier list. Isaac, roll a
I'm not
dexterity
doing
saving throw. Yes, you trip on a rock and take 1 point of damage. You trip on a damp rock. Yes. You do actually take the damage though. Also, everybody, make sure you took a long rest and healed yourselves up. Except for Isaac, you have one. You're now down one.
I did take a long rest.
That's to bring up the fucking tier list.
I'm gonna get hit with exactly 196 damage at some point, and then it's gonna insta kill me because I missed that 1 health.
I'm gonna poke Isaac with the end of the hammer and say, "Get up."
Are you right there,
I
Isaac?
grab onto that. Yeah, it felt like the universe was plotting against me for some reason.
Yeah, it can feel like that sometimes. But wow. As you look ahead and your light is reflecting off the water and it's illuminating this room, which is very damp and very moist. You see a reservoir in front of you. You see this room has been, I would say, is covered by this almost luminescent cave moss, it seems, and it looks like it has been growing down here. It glows like this very, very deep blue. And as it starts to light with this almost bioluminescence, you see this path snaking up the side, snaking up this thing before encircling this building. It's not very lit up, but you can tell that it's some sort of structure. Very familiar to you, Isaac, in your dreams. What do y'all do?
I'm gonna follow the path from my dream.
As you slowly start walking, you can feel the moss under your boots. You feel with every step the light, you feel what you step on light up underneath you. It feels good here. It feels safe. It feels warm. It feels comforting. A sacred place of Ilmater. Can you believe it, Isaac?
With what I'm used to, yeah.
It's more beautiful than I imagined. It's been a long time.
What?
As you see Liam, arms crossed behind him, slowly, as you stop to turn around and look at him, you see him slowly walk in front of you.
I polymorph this guy right now.
I'm sorry, what? You do what?
I don't know. I'm getting bad feelings all of a sudden.
What did you do? What do you do?
I don't actually have a polymorph, I don't think. Let me look.
Dude, this guy's hella Ilmater.
I do have a polymorph.
Would you like to cast say a polymorph?
Yes.
All right, 9th level counterspell.
I'm getting ready my Scroll of Steel Wind Strike.
Please. There's no need for violence.
Wait, who's Omater?
It's
He's the god I worship.
it's been a long time since I've been here. So, Isaac, are you ready to undertake my trial? And that is where we will end tonight's
Knew
session.
it! I fucking knew it!
You knew it! I decided to bring back the fucking raid thing!
I knew it! As soon as you said it was an old guy and stuff, I knew
It
it, dude.
wasn't
I
old.
knew it!
I said he was a...
Wait,
it's like,
I thought gods couldn't reach this plane.
supposedly they can't!
So
He's
I
lied.
can
He's
bring-
done it before.
Dude, oh my god, he's dude, oh my god. Just when I was so close to thinking maybe I'm wrong, maybe I wasn't. Oh my god, the gaslight is insane!
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, bitch!
I am so fucking glad I bring my combat spells.
Yeah, well, what? Okay, device. I have a question for you, and we'll end stream after this. What the fuck do you think you're doing against a god? And with that, everyone, we will catch y'all next week as the party undergoes the trial of Ilmater after the shock reveal that Liam is, in fact, the god of martyrs, Ilmater himself. See y'all next week.